The morning sun poured through Alex's window like warm honey, but it didn't help. Alex sat on the edge of the bed, swinging one socked foot, frowning at the backpack on the floor. It looked like a grumpy turtle, heavy and slow. "I hate school," Alex muttered, tugging on a shoelace. "Homework is boring. I wish I could just skip school and have fun all day." From the kitchen, the smell of cinnamon toast swirled through the air. Mom slid a plate onto the table and placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. "I hear you," she said softly. "Some days feel extra long, but today might surprise you." "Doubt it," Alex grumbled, crunching into the toast. "School is boring and hard to sit for long hours. I just want to play outside with Maya and Theo." Mom nodded. "Tell you what. Pay attention to one small thing today, just one. See if it connects to something you love." Alex rolled eyes but stuck the idea in a corner of the mind, like a crumpled note in a pocket. Sunflower Elementary, room 4B buzzed like a beehive. "Miss." Rivera's earrings were tiny pencil charms that swung when she smiled. "Good morning, scholars," she sang. "Today we're starting something big." Alex slumped into the seat between Maya, who could dribble a soccer ball without looking down, and Theo, who collected smooth rocks and named them. Alex stared out the window at the playground. The slide shimmered in the sun like a silver ribbon. "Miss." Rivera pulled down a poster. Showed a map of Maple Park, the park every kid knew by heart. The swings, the tall oak tree, the duck pond where the geese made loud honks that sounded like old car horns. "Who knows about the Maple Park Playground Project, Miss?" Rivera asked. "Is that when they fixed the broken seesaw?" Maya said. "More than that, Miss," Rivera said, eyes twinkling. "The town council wants ideas from kids. How should we redesign the playground? We're going to research, plan, measure, and create a presentation. The winning plan could actually be built." The room burst with whispers. New slides, climbing wall, a splash pad, a zip line. Alex's heart did a tiny jump. New playground equipment meant more outdoor fun. But then Ms. Rivera passed out thick folders. Pages looked like a snowdrift of words. "Ugh," Alex groaned. "Homework is boring." Maya nudged Alex. "Imagine a slide shaped like a dragon," she whispered. "We could design that." Theo held up his favorite rock, a smooth gray oval he called Stoneford. "Stoneford believes in us," he said solemnly. "Stoneford can do my homework then," Alex said, but a smile tugged at the corner of the mouth. First task was simple: go to the park after school, observe what kids used most, and measure spaces where new things could fit. "Bring your rulers and a notebook, Miss." Rivera said. Look with builder eyes. Builder eyes. The words perched in Alex's mind like a curious bird. After the last bell, the air outside felt like a fresh mint. The sky was a wide blue bowl. Alex, Maya, and Theo raced to Maple Park with rulers poking from their backpacks like colorful tails. This is the best part, Maya said, jogging backward. We're outside. They reached the park, where little kids ran around like dandelion seeds on the wind. On the notice board by the entrance, a bright flyer fluttered Maple Park Kite Festival. Saturday, Mr. Ortiz, who owned the bike shop and always smelled faintly of lemon oil and fresh tires, was pinning up the flyer. He waved. Hey, Team 4B. Kite Festival coming up. Need helpers to make big kites for little hands. You in? Alex's eyes lit up. Only if it doesn't mean, you know. Alex drew a circle in the air and whispered, homework. Mr. Ortiz laughed. Building kites is like building dreams you can see. Takes a plan, some measuring, and a pinch of patience. But when they fly, oh, when they fly, they pull smiles out of the sky. Maya elbowed Alex. We have rulers. We're practically kite scientists. Fine, Alex said, pretending to grumble, but the idea of a kite tugged at the heart like a friendly wind. The playground, the three friends set to work. The sandbox felt warm and grainy between Alex's fingers. The slide's metal was cool and smooth, the kind of smooth that made your stomach tickle when you zoomed down. Let's measure this open field, Theo said, uncoiling a tape measure with a zing. If the new slide needs a safe landing area, we have to know the space. Alex held one end of the tape while Theo pulled the other. Tape hummed like a guitar string. Numbers lined up in neat rows, tiny soldiers ready to help. 20 feet, Theo announced. Plenty of room. Alex frowned at the notebook. Writing felt like trying to hold jelly with chopsticks. But when Alex wrote 20 feet, good for slide run out, the words didn't feel heavy. They felt useful, like stones making a path across a creek. Builder eyes, Maya said, scanning. See that hill near the oak? Tunnel slide would fit there. They measured the hill. They counted how many kids used the swings in 10 minutes. They asked a little girl with pink shoelaces, "What would you want?" She said, "A music wall where you can bang stuff and it sounds pretty." Alex scribbled it down, surprised at how fun it felt to catch ideas like butterflies and pin them to the page gently so they could still flutter. Next, they headed to Mr. Ortiz's shop. Sunbeams spilled over neat rows of bike helmets. In the back room, the work table was a forest of dowels, spools of bright string, and sheets of ripstop fabric in candy colors. Kite team, Mr. Ortiz said, handing them a plan. Let's make a diamond kite. Here are the steps. Read them like a treasure map. Alex stared at the instructions. Words. Steps. So many. But a diamond kite, the picture looked like a door to the sky. Step 1, Maya read, cut 2 sticks, one 30 inches and one 24 inches. Stoneford says that's 6 inches difference, Theo said, placing his rock like a paperweight. Alex measured with careful fingers. The ruler's edge was cool and straight, the numbers like tiny stepping stones across a river. Snip, snip. The sticks fell into neat lengths. Step 2, Theo read, tie the sticks to make a cross at the center. Hold them steady, Alex said. The string slid over the wood like a whisper. The cross felt solid in Alex's hands. They followed each step: tie the frame, stretch the fabric, fold the edges, tape them smooth as a seal's back, knot the bridle just right. It wasn't fast. It wasn't easy. Sometimes the tape stuck to itself like a stubborn tongue. Sometimes the string tangled into a nest. But when they reread the step and tried again, slowly, carefully, the mess untangled. Hard work pays off, mister, Ortiz said, watching them. Every knot you tie now is a knot that holds you steady later. Like learning, he added, winking. It ties you to something strong. When they were done, the kite was blue and bright, with a tail that fluttered like the tongues of tiny flames. They carried it to the open field behind the shop. Ready? Maya asked. Ready, Alex said, heart thumping. The string felt alive in the hand. Mr. Ortiz lifted the kite and the wind caught it in a soft handshake. Alex ran, feet thudding the ground like drum beats, and the kite rose, first a little hop, then a lift, then up, up, up. It's flying, Theo shouted, arms in the air. Stoneford clutched tight. Kite pulled gently, like a big friendly dog on a leash. Danced and craned and shivered. Blue against blue, it seemed to make an extra piece of sky. Something bumped inside Alex's chest, pride bright as the kite. All that measuring, tying, reading, it had turned fabric and sticks into a sky creature. Maybe learning wasn't a rain cloud after all. Maybe it was a wind you couldn't see but you could feel, pushing you higher. That night at home, Mom stirred soup on the stove. The spoon made a round whispering sound against the pot. How was today? She asked. Alex slumped in a chair, then sat up straighter. We measured the park for the playground project. And we built a kite with Mr. T's and used fractions and inches and knots. And it flew, like a bright fish in a blue ocean. Mom smiled. Sounds like you used a lot of tools. Math and reading, Alex said, counting on fingers without even thinking. And patience. And teamwork. And writing notes. Mom poured soup into bowls. You know, I used fractions today, she said. 1.5 cups of carrots. 2/3 of a cup of noodles. When I was your age, I thought recipes were magic. Turns out math is the magic. Alex grinned, spoon halfway to mouth. Math soup. Mom tapped the spoon playfully. Remember how you said, I wish I could just skip school and have fun all day? What if learning is one of the ways we make fun? Alex thought of the kite tugging the string. The idea tugged too. The week flowed by like a river gently curving through rocks. Class, Ms. Rivera guided them through research. They read about safe surfacing for playgrounds, rubber mulch versus sand. They looked up how wide a ramp should be to include kids using wheelchairs. They learned that bold colors help everyone see edges and steps. During writing time, Ms. Rivera taught them how to write a persuasive letter. You have to think like a hero for your idea, she said. What does your idea need? How does it help people? Use strong but kind words. Alex stared at the blank page. Words scurried away like shy mice. I hate writing, Alex blurted before catching it and then whispered, homework is boring. Miss. Rivera knelt beside the desk. Her pencil charms swayed. Tell me what you want most for the playground. A twisty tunnel slide, blue like a wave, Alex said without hesitation. And a music wall where you can make sounds that are loud but still sound good. And a ramp so everyone can get to the top. That's your heart talking, Ms. Rivera said. Now let it guide your hands. Alex began to write. Pencil tips scratched like a tiny fox running over snow. Dear Town Council, the letter began. Play is how kids grow. Tunnel slide lets us feel brave and safe. A music wall helps us make friends who don't speak the same language. A ramp makes sure every kid is part of the fun. The words felt true and tall. Alex didn't even notice the bell until it rang, bright as a coin hitting the floor. Recess, Alex, Maya, and Theo practiced the IR presentation on the bench under the oak. Leaves fluttered down like little green hands waving hello. I'll show our measurements, Theo said, tapping a chart. Stoneford will stand guard. I'll explain our budget, Maya said, holding a paper where she'd added up costs. We can't get everything, but we can choose smart. Alex took a deep breath. I'll read the letter and describe the tunnel slide, Alex said, heart thrumming. And I'll talk about the ramp. Team Wave Slide, Maya said, offering a fist. Team Wave Slide, Alex and Theo said, bumping fists. Made a soft thump like a drum from far away. On Friday, the classroom turned into a tiny theater. Posters lined the walls like colorful city buildings. Principal Mr. Larkin sat in the back with a notepad, smiling behind his mustache. Ms. Rivera handed out peppermint candies for bravery. One by one, teams presented the rainbow runway with a balance beam painted in stripes, the explorer's grove with a pretend campfire and wooden logs to climb, the splash and spin with a spinning dish and a misting arch for hot days. When it was Team Wave Slide's turn, Alex's knees felt wobbly as jelly on a trampoline. But then Alex looked at the faces in the room, curious, hopeful faces, and felt the tiny tug again like a kite string in the palm. Dear Town Council, Alex began, voice small at first, then stronger. Play is how kids grow. As Alex spoke, the words didn't feel like chores, they felt like bridges, each sentence a plank that others could walk across to see what the team saw. Theo pointed at the measurements and maps. Maya showed the budget in crisp, neat columns and explained why the ramp came first. Alex read the last line slowly. We promise to help keep our playground clean and kind because it will belong to everybody. When they finished, the room was very quiet in that special way that happens before a good kind of noise. Then everyone clapped. Even Mr. Larkin. Even Stoneford, if a rock can clap, which Theo insisted it could. After school, Mr. Larkin found them near the pencil sharpener, where shavings curled like tiny cinnamon rolls. Team Wave Slide, he said, eyes twinkling. Your plan is strong, thoughtful, and welcoming. Council meets next Tuesday. I'm bringing your plan to the meeting. Alex felt tall like a tree with roots and sky. Really, Mr. Larkin said. And even if we can't do everything at once, your ideas show what matters. That night, Alex helped Mom make grilled cheese and tomato soup. Half a tablespoon of butter per slice, Mom said. Half means one of two equal parts, Alex said automatically, spreading butter to the edges like painting a golden sunset. They set the table together. You know, Mom said, folding napkins like little tents, education pops up everywhere. When you check the weather, that's science. When you text Grandma, that's reading and writing. When Coach Jonah designs soccer plays, that's geometry and strategy. When Mr. Tease fixes bikes, that's physics, measurement, and patience. When we save money for the fair, that's math and planning. It's all connected. Alex thought about the kite, the letter, the slides, the ramp. It really is everywhere, Alex said. Like air. Exactly, Mom said, tapping Alex's nose. Learning is air for your future. Saturday arrived, fresh and bright. The Maple Park Kite Festival turned the sky into a gallery of moving art. Triangles, diamonds, fish, dragons, they all fluttered and swooped like a flock of colorful birds. Alex, Maya, and Theo helped little kids wind strings and feel the wind. When one kite nosed into the grass, they read the instructions again and adjusted the bridle length. They measured tails longer, tied knots smoother. Each fix was like a tiny lesson you could see right away. A small boy with big eyes tugged Alex's sleeve. "Mine won't fly," he said, lip quivering. Alex crouched. "Let's look. See this knot? It's a little loose. We'll tighten it like we're tying a shoe snug." Alex's fingers moved just like they had in the shop. Kite bobbed up, then soared. The boy laughed so hard his shoulders jumped. "Thank you." Alex felt a warm rush. It felt like passing along a flame that couldn't burn you, only brighten you. Sunday evening, Mr. Gerties stopped by the park as the sun melted into orange puddles on the horizon. "Heard about your presentation," he said. "Proud of you three." "We had to work a lot," Alex said. "But it was kind of a lot of fun, too." "Mr." She's nodded. "Most things worth doing are both." On Tuesday, everyone held their breath. "After lunch, Mr." Larkin came to room 4B, his mustache extra curly, his smile extra wide. "I have news," he said. The room tapered into silence like a bell calming down. "The town council loved all your ideas," he said. "They're going to start with a ramp to make the playground welcoming to everyone, a music wall you can play in." He paused, drawing it out like the end of a good story. They approved the design for a blue twisty tunnel slide. The room erupted. Maya hooped and hugged Theo so hard Stoneford almost leapt from his pocket. Alex felt the joy stretch from toes to scalp like a sunrise in tea. He body. "We'll need volunteers to help the workers measure, mark, and paint when the time comes, Mr." Larkin added. "It's a community effort." Alex's hand shot up before the brain even asked. "Me." That afternoon, Alex sat at the desk at home. The backpack didn't look like a grumpy turtle anymore. It looked like a treasure chest, filled with the tools to build things you couldn't see yet, a future slide, a letter that changed a mind, a kite leaping into the blue. Mom peeked in. "How's the homework?" she asked. Alex looked down at the math sheet, a page full of fractions, then back up with a grin. "It's practice. Like practicing a kick until you can curve the ball around the goalie. Like tying a knot until it holds a kite. Like measuring a hill until a slide fits perfectly." Mom leaned on the door frame. "So, still boring." Alex twirled the pencil between fingers. "Sometimes, maybe," Alex admitted. "But it feels different now. Like I found the on switch." Learning turns on the stuff I want to do. It's everywhere. And it helps me help others. Mom's eyes shone a little. Sounds like someone had a big week. Alex laughed. I did say I hate school and homework is boring and I wish I could just skip school and have fun all day. But I think I was wrong. Pool is part of the fun. It's like the map that shows you where the treasure is. That night, Alex climbed into bed, the room soft and quiet. Sighed, a crick of crickets stitched the night together. On the dresser sat Stoneford, visiting for the evening, and a small drawing Alex had made of the future playground. The blue tunnel slide curled like a sea wave, the music wall a rainbow of shapes, the ramp smooth and welcoming. Alex closed eyes and saw numbers not as tiny soldiers but as friendly fireflies, lighting paths. Words weren't jelly anymore, they were stepping stones across a river that led to new places. Measuring tapes were dragon tails, rulers were bridges, pencils were keys. In the gentle darkness, Alex whispered into the pillow, "Hard work really does pay off. Learning is important. It helps me build the life I want." The kite of sleep tugged at the eyelids. Alex drifted off, smiling, thinking of the wind, the slide, the music wall, and all the tomorrow things waiting to be made by curious hands, steady hearts, and a mind that now knew its own power.